And obviously they know who you are. Obviously they know you represented Donald Trump in some pretty high profile cases.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Y'all niggas going to jail. What's up, family? It's your boy D Gray back again doing this thing. And today we're going to do a reaction video. Today we're going to do a reaction video on this brother, Brandon Tatum. Now, he's been in the news a lot lately. I haven't went in on him yet. I wanted to do a reaction video to something he just put up. If you guys know who Brandon Tatum is a sellout. Just call him a sellout. And honest to God, you know what? If you have white people in your life, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having white people in your life. I got white people in my life. Well, I've been all over the world. I've lived in Europe, East Coast, West Coast, and I'm an older dude. I'm Unc. I'm OG up in this bitch. And I ain't never seen nothing like this. And we've had our share. And I don't even know why raccoons get that kind of a bag. Do raccoons, like the regular animal raccoons, love white people like that? I don't know. I think they just bite everybody. Why are raccoons given that bad of a rap to be associated with this Negro? Are coons sellouts? I didn't know that raccoons could be sellouts. Do they sell out their own kind? I don't know. I know they got thumbs though. That's what's bad about a raccoon. Raccoons are scary because they got thumbs. You know what's bad about this raccoon? This got a job and money. And you ain't never seen nothing like, so he got thumbs and money. And he's a sellout. So let's take a look at this latest video that he put up that he's talking about the Nolan Wells thing. You know, he's entrenched himself into this Nolan Wells issue. He's out here caping for these white kids. And let's get it straight, man. We're not saying that these white kids did anything because we don't know yet. We're questioning it. And we don't think, as a community, we don't think that they're doing the due diligence to find out what's going on. That's it. You know what? Miss me on this whole thing that we got to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to things like this, given the environment we have. And we all know this. I don't even know why we have to keep talking about it. We all need to be on code. And when they're out there paying like this to run interference for them is crazy. Nobody's convicting these white boys of doing nothing. We just want to know why some of the suspicious shit is going on. Let's listen to what this guy to say.
You know, obviously before this happened, I would assume you're living a regular life, young guys being in college, you know, having a typical experience.
See, I can't even talk shit because I've been in that position before. I live in a predominantly white state. I do. I grew up in a predominantly white state. And this photo is nothing. I've been in this. I know what this is, to be the speck in a wash of white. So I understand the trust that he's probably giving them. He grew up with them. He understands that shit. I understand it. But as I grew older, I started to understand that this is a dangerous place to be. This is a dangerous place to be for us. So let's go.
Experience, then you lose your friend.
I think
Whoa, what was that? Wait a minute. What did we just see? What was a leopard skin? Wait a minute. Don't play with me, bro. Was this brother out here some leopard skin? Let me find this. I know y'all saw it. I'll try to get it later. What was up with the leopard skin, bro? Let's go.
I think ever since it happened, my life just hit like a hole. Like even going out, you know, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse.
You just joined.
Okay, then your actions after the fact shouldn't have been crazy. You should have been 911 in that shit from the very beginning. If that's what's happened, allegedly, because we don't know yet. So be prepared when something like that happens to your only black friend in 2026. Believe me, people are going to be in your grill. People are looking for them. Not like the old days. People are looking for these people.
Just met these young men more recently. And are you confident that these young men had nothing to do with it?
What really happened to Nolan Wells?
We have Ed Pausick, Warren, Jax, and then we have Morgan here. And so I talked to Warren last time I was here. We had a really deep conversation, and I'm glad that we were able to get other perspectives now that we have Ed here. Ed is a defamation attorney. So you guys have, obviously before this.
So this is what this is telling me. What this is telling me is that even though no one's really said that they've done anything, then maybe somebody has said that you have a whole community that thinks that you've done something. I don't see that the parents are defaming them. I don't see that Benjamin Crump is defaming them. Sharpton's not defaming. Who are they saying are defaming them? They're looking for the answers. They're simply looking for answers. So to me, all this is somebody trying to scare someone for what? If they come up and decide they want to speak on the matter, speak some truth into it, if that's the case, they're trying to scare witnesses. When you hire a defamation lawyer, especially in this case, it's to scare witnesses. It's to scare witnesses. They're not scaring anybody into defamation if it's the truth. But what they're trying to do is preemptively scare witnesses. This is what they're trying to do. We're going to bring the defamation attorney on. This has said, when you bring that a defamation attorney on, let's give him a platform. This is what this is doing right here. Trying to scare witnesses. This is all this is. Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Let's continue.
Happen, I would assume you're living a regular life, young guys being in college, having a typical experience, then you lose your friend.
There it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bruh. What are we looking at right here, dog?
Nolan. And after that, what has life been like for you guys?
I think like ever since it happened, my life just like hit like a hole, like it just stopped. And I mean, we just got to live day by day from now on. I could say definitely a whole flip upside down for our lives. It's like even going out, we're always paranoid somebody's gonna see us, get spotted, try to beat us up potentially, or even worse. We're really just trying to stay low key and not go out as much or anything like that. Yeah.
It's been hard because my friends and I are people. I mean, we like to be out and hang out outside of our friend group, and not being able to like go certain places or walk around in public because our head's always on a swivel. It's really affected all of us. I mean, especially in like my family's standpoint. My safety comes first. My friends and family safety come first too, and it's been really hard because I'm worried about like my family as well.
So it comes with the territory. If actions after the fact were different and you were upfront in the beginning, you wouldn't have to do this. See, this isn't really about whether or not you should get a fair shake in whether or not something happened. Your actions from the very beginning, there are questions. When you don't do the right thing in the very beginning, you set yourself up for stuff like this. That's why you do things right the first time. When all of this happened and Nolan didn't go back with you or whatever it is, you had his phone, all of these things, all of these weird coincidences and activities that you did prior to the police getting involved, that's what makes people question you. So every weirdo, every person out there that won't go through the proper channels of finding information, they're gonna react to you. Now you're scared for your family, the safety of your family. You weren't concerned about the safety of Nolan at that particular time. You weren't worried about what that was going to look like then. It looks like you were, and allegedly, it looks like something happened and you didn't want people to know what happened. They should never have had to go to your house to get their phone. They should never have had to wait that long for you to come and be forthright with what was happening. Now you're concerned about your safety. Now your life is turned upside down. What about the people that lost their kid? Doing things the right way. You didn't do it the right way the first time. We watch videos about this all the time. Why didn't you call the cops? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? But see, you guys your family is something in that community, so they're trying to protect you. And we know that. That's why you got a damn defamation lawyer here. Because you're trying to scare people into believing with legal backing that they shouldn't come forward. Now you're just muddying the water because now people are afraid that you're going to litigate against them for even coming forward and wanting to tell the truth if that's the case. That's the way I see it anyway.
Can you give me some examples of what has happened? Have you guys had things happen online, threats online? Have you guys have any examples of people accosting you or anything like that?
Oh yeah, we have had countless death threats online.
Welcome to our world. We get death threats just for being online. We could be talking about cooking and getting death threats. I don't think Officer Tatum understands we don't give a f about them getting death threats. There's a dead person on their watch. I wonder what kind of threats, if it happened, allegedly, what kind of threats Nolan got before something happened to him. Welcome to the world of being famous or infamous. Do you think that we give a shit about their death threats? No. He knows that white people care about young, rich kids getting death threats. It's going to enrage the white supremacist community. Look. Those young, clean-cut white boys are getting death threats. When we have to put up with death threats, quite honestly, from kids just like them. But God forbid it happens to them when they had a body on them. They got a body on them. And we're supposed to be, they got death threats. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go back.
Been spotted. I'll let you elaborate more on that. Being spotted.
I mean, people have obviously just pointed us out. I mean, as a group and even on a one-on-one setting, I think it's really just like awkward because I don't want to talk about this, and I know my friends don't want to talk about this any more than we need to. You know, we're still mourning one of our best friends.
You don't want to talk about it? You should have talked about it more in the beginning, then it wouldn't be this. You don't want to talk it more than you need to because that's what your defamation lawyer is telling you not to do. Don't talk about this anymore. You're following your lawyer's instructions when you should have been vomiting information. You should have been doing that in the first place. Now you're whining about the fact you're getting all this unwanted attention. See what you did, what allegedly could have happened. In my experience, when this stuff happens, this is what happens, right? Something crazy is done because you don't think people will care. But what happened is you ran into some people with some means, because Nolan Wells' family has some means. See, they have some means to deal with you. Now you're falling into this issue because you thought nobody would care. You let this administration and this environment get your head all spun up. But I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't going away. And your defamation lawyer ain't going to stop people from talking. That ain't going to happen. And your defamation lawyer definitely can't stop justice once it gets rolling. Because I'm telling you, if they find anything untoward that happened and one person comes up and validates that, you can forget that. You'll be paying that defamation lawyer for nothing. Nothing. Ain't scaring nobody with that. Welcome to our world every day.
When you say you've been called out in public, can you give me an example of like, what do you mean? People are threatening you with weapons? People are, not allowing you, denying you service? Because I heard that Tristan, he went to a corner store and they told him his money is not good there. They wouldn't even let him buy Gatorade.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. That's probably because they all know. They know. These people know what happened. Don't think that the underground information system isn't working. Of course, the underground, there are people right now that know exactly what happened and they're not going to say anything. They don't want to be involved with you because if it's your same people in your community and you did something, bro, you got to get up out of here, bro. I don't even want to be associated with you. Sometimes that ground roots information, that ground roots community, they know what happened. They know what happened. Now you're out here whining. This all would have been fixed if you would have done it in the first place, been forthright in the first place. I sincerely hope that they did. I hope that these white boys didn't do nothing. I really hope that this was all an accident. I really do. I really hope that it was an accident. But in my gut, based on the information we all have, the nation has this information. You're not dealing with idiots here. You're not dealing with people who haven't dealt with white supremacy and violence thereof, and information being held back, and travesties of justice. You're not dealing with people like that now, the information age, right? But I sincerely hope that it was an accident. But your actions didn't show it. And honestly, your actions here aren't showing it either. You're not being forthright. You're too visible. You're too visible. And talking to this brother ain't helping you one bit, because even the white supremacists know this is not the way to go. So let's go back to the video, man. Crazy.
Are you experiencing things like that or something totally different?
Right. I wouldn't say like that. I think I haven't been denied, anything, but like Trayson, it's hard to hear from a good friend of mine that he's getting denied a Gatorade and a Red Bull before work, and having to, like, he calls me and he's like, dude, you won't believe what just happened. He got called out at Walmart. Someone called him out at Walmart and was like asking him all these questions and trying to press him about it. And it's crazy to me. I think I haven't had many personal encounters, but I know being around the guys and stuff like that, they have. So.
And Ed, as an attorney that's representing these boys, I mean, what does that make you feel like? Do you feel like you got a good case here, or what's your perspective in that? Because people are on.
What case? What case? As far as I know, nobody's accused them of anything other than lying or just not showing up information. Nobody's accused them legally of any wrongdoing. What witnesses are defaming him? They're going to try to say that Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and whoever got involved, that they're defaming him. No, they're asking for questions. They're wanting clarity. I would like, let's see what the answer is. Let's see what he says. Because as far as I know, nobody's accused them of killing anybody illegally. That's all just conjecture at this point. Let's go.
Line, and obviously they know who you are. Obviously they know you represented Donald Trump in some pretty high-profile cases.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Y'all niggas going to jail. Oh, y'all going to jail. Donald Trump is a convicted felon, bro. Y'all going straight to jail, bruh. Of all the lawyers in the nation, you pick one that, come on, man.
And so now that you've joined, or at least now you work for the young men here, you hear them say things like they've been accosted, they've been, threatened online. Does that make your case a greater case, or how do you work within what's happening to these young men?
Well, unfortunately, I wish there was no case. I wish this hadn't happened. But unfortunately, because these things did happen, there is a case, and now there's multiple cases. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're out there and you lied about these guys, you lied about my guys, you lied about Tyler's guys here, if you lied about Morgan, if you lied about Jax, if you lied about Warren, we're going to get you. And you're going to be hauled into court. You're going to be held accountable. And it's going to be very painful. And what I say to people who have done that is, now's your chance. If you want to apologize and retract before you find yourself in court, you should probably do that now. Because if you don't do that, once you're in court, now you just can't leave. You won't be able to get out of it.
Look, they're all grinning and shit. Look at them. Look at the smug shit. They don't give a shit about Nolan. They don't give a shit about Nolan. Look at the smug shit on their faces. I wish I could see this. Look at the smug shit-eating grins on their faces right here. Look. He over there talking tough. And nobody's legally, formally accused them of anything. Legally. This is I'm telling you what this is. This is a preemptive fucking scare tactic to witnesses that might show up and try to say anything. He's over there talking tough, looking like he's getting ready to go fishing. Don't even look like a fucking lawyer. He looks like a shithouse lawyer. He looks like one of my white buddies who thinks he knows every fucking thing. He's probably not even a criminal lawyer, a defamation lawyer. Motherfucker, you are a fucking divorce lawyer. You're basically a divorce lawyer. Get the fuck out of here. Scared of you fucking weirdos. This whole video is goofy.
And we're not going to name names because there's some other folks who are doing that. And
you're not going to name names because there are no names. There's no legal recourse for names because nobody's legally, formally have accused them of anything. It's his community that's accusing them of stuff. And you're just muddying the waters now. Some of these white folks may not even come forward now. What does his hat say? Small cocks? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's scaring you. I wish you would.
And we want to be better than that. And I want to emphasize this, right? We're not here to guess. We're not here to speculate. We're only going to deal in facts, right? And here's the most important thing, right? We don't know how Nolan Wells died. No one here.
And no one knows. No one knows. Go on.
is saying we know. But what we do know is Morgan, Jax, and Warren had nothing whatsoever to do.
Bullshit. We don't know shit. If they didn't do it directly, and you may know that they didn't do it directly, there are such things as conspiracies. There's such a situation that's called after the fact, right? What's the other term that you have when you're obstructing? There's such things as obstruction. So if they didn't directly put hands on him or directly involved in his demise, allegedly, there are other things that they are implicated in, but nobody's directly, legally charged them or have come forward to what? Directly implicate them at this point. And this tactic of putting a defamation lawyer up in front of everybody before that's even happened is, to me, is a sign of guilt. It's a sign of guilt. I'm like Nancy Grace. I want to see a polygraph done. Not a stress test, not a litmus test, not a spelling test, not a cognitive test. I want to see a polygraph test done. And I'm sure that hasn't happened yet. If they were to have done a polygraph, we probably wouldn't be seeing this goofy ass coon video that we're watching right now. We wouldn't be even seeing this animal kingdom, wild kingdom fucking thing we're going with this sellout we got right here. If that would have been done. But no polygraph's been done. So nobody knows what happened yet. Nobody. Because they won't come up and do the right things. That's in my opinion anyway.
With Nolan Wells' death. And that's what's important. And unfortunately, because there are people who want to divide a town and come in from the outside and tell people what to think. And
how could the store owner from the community not want to give the Gatorade if it was coming from outside? It was somebody from your own community that didn't want to give that boy that Gatorade. So it ain't just people from outside. Don't turn this into an outside thing. He was killed inside your community. And there are people inside your community that know what happened and they're not dealing with you. Don't try to blame this on people from outside. If you were concerned about that, then you would have done the right thing in the first place. This man shouldn't even have a job right now.
Pit neighbor against neighbor, it compounds the tragedy. It magnifies the tragedy. And I just want to say this. Here's why it's an even bigger tragedy. Because my friends here, Morgan, Jax, and Warren.
Boy, he's really going for that paycheck, ain't he? He's really going for that paycheck. His buddies, his friends, his compadres, his bros.
These guys are not just the finest that Ocean Springs has to offer.
Bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
What?
That's crazy. The best? The best. If they were the best that they had to offer, Nolan Wells wouldn't be in a mystery death today. The best. Get out of here. You guys are clowns.
Finest that Mississippi has to offer. These are the finest young men that America has to offer. These are, you know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, man. The gas, man. They gassing these white boys up, man. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? The best? They are implicated. Evidence to a murder, maybe. Big maybe. They got a black man's body on their hands. They're the best. If they were the best that America has to offer, Nolan, this wouldn't even be a story. Nolan would be home. They were doing some shady shit. That's why they're in the position they're in now. That's why they can't get Gatorades now. That's why them motherfuckers are thirsty. They down in Mississippi, thirsty to the motherfucker. If they would have done the right thing in the first place, they could drink all the juice they want. Juice boxes, Gatorade, Cokes, Sprites. Now they just out here scared. Get the fuck out of here, the best. Jesus Christ.
Really great people. And Tyler actually taught me good Ocean Springs people. That was one of the first things I heard when I got here. So I'll just say that they're good Ocean Springs people.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying
Get
this
the fuck
incredible
outta
interview.
here.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also join our membership program. Let's get back to the interview. And how confident are you? Because you just met these young men more recently. And are you confident that these young men had nothing to do with it?
Confidence not a strong enough word. In fact, beyond a reasonable doubt is not strong enough. This
is where they're losing people. Because they're 4 or 5 white boys, it's beyond reasonable doubt. It's still murky. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody fucking knows. For him to sit there and glaze these white boys like this is the reason why we never trust you guys. Because the Bible says they will oppress you and kill you and hold themselves not guilty. They've already called themselves not guilty. You're not selling that to people that have a freaking IQ of more than tap water right now. You look suspicious. You come, take the test, take the polygraphs, say the right things. You did some crazy nonsense. And the police department and whoever's dealing with this stuff right now, you might be in cahoots. Who knows? Nobody knows anything. So they're spinning this up because Benjamin Crump got involved in it. When a black man tries to get justice, they always want to vilify him as a race hustler. No. How about y'all stop killing black folks and trying to cover it up? Or how about black people stop dropping dead around you and you trying to make an excuse for it? How about that? This would all be fixed if this administration and all of you white supremacists stopped acting like racist assholes. Then you would be above reproach, but you don't know how to do that. This is why we're looking at you incredulously right now. We're looking at you right now, incredulous. So this white man glazing these white boys don't mean shit to nobody but white supremacists. So that's who he's trying to sell it to anyway.
.0% chance that they did anything wrong.
I already told you there's levels to this. And I am almost confident, I'm confident we're going to figure out at what level these men are, these boys are. We're going to figure it out. Because they look at them. They're hoping and praying. Ooh, they hoping and praying. They're hoping and praying that he's right. Because I'm telling you, there's levels to this thing.
So this is not 90%. It's not 99%. It's not 99.9999. There's no decimals. There's no anything. It's 100%.
Then why are we still going through what we're going through? Why? Why is there why? If it were that cut and dry, they would not be sitting up in here with Step and Fetch It right here. If that were 100%, if it were 100% across the board, that Negro would still be sitting around talking shit about black folks somewhere else. He wouldn't be sitting there with his penis rock hard around you motherfuckers. If that were 100%. And you know it.
100.000%, nothing. They did nothing wrong. And that's the problem for our opponents here.
You already got the retainer, bro. You ain't got to keep going through this bullshit. You ain't got to go through this bullshit. This is theatrics right now. This is theatrics and you know it. Stop. theatrics. We all know nobody knows what they did yet. It's all alleged at this point. It's 50-50 as far as I'm concerned, and you know that.
Who have ruined their lives, dragged them through the mud, and attacked them. You don't get to lie. We have a First Amendment. We love our First Amendment, but you don't get to lie and hurt people.
Who's lied on them? Nobody's legally brought any challenges to them yet.
You want to lie and it doesn't hurt people? Fine. You lie and you hurt people, that's why we have defamation. And that's what this is about. So I just want to emphasize this in the strongest possible terms. Zero wrongdoing. Completely innocent, totally innocent, and categorically innocent.
And you guys have had experiences with either people threatening you online. I know that, Warren, we talked about this before, and we talked a little, or at least spoke a little bit about when you go out, you guys are getting accosted by people. Can you give us an example of?
I hate it. Lord forgive me. I hope the Most High will forgive me, because I'm not supposed to hate my brother, but I don't like this nigga right here. I don't like him. And am I seeing, what am I seeing? Does he have Hebrew written on? Number one, and I'm not casting dispersions on people with tattoos, right? If you got them, you got them. The Bible is against that. Just to let you know, the Bible doesn't play with them tattoos. You ain't supposed to be getting no tattoos, right? It doesn't surprise me that this nigga got tattoos. Hebrew tattoos. He's the devil the Bible speaks of, bro. He is the devil the Bible speaks of. Absolutely amazing.
Or at least tell the audience an example of an incident where you guys may have been accosted, or what does that look like when you go out? People threaten you with weapons, or people trying to physically harm you, or people having to be restrained? What?
And why does he keep going back to that? No, nobody trying. What does that even mean? There's a dead body. There's somebody who's trying to get at you. Let me hear this. I want to hear this. Let me see what they're trying to talk
What
about.
kind of engagement is happening when you guys go out?
We went to a restaurant, a couple of buddies of mine, and when we were, I wouldn't say threatening with weapons or anything, but I felt, and I know my friends felt, threat for our lives. I mean, I don't think there was like a fear factor, but at the same time, like it's awkward in public, like I stated, like when we have to talk about these things.
Get the fuck out of here.
We went to a restaurant and someone came up to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was kind of like shaken up about it. Well, at first she asked like my name and like all these questions, and I was like, okay, whatever, she's just coming up to talk. Well, then she came up to me again and showed me our first interview and was like, "Are you sure this isn't you?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's me, like obviously." And she kind of just, I looked at my buddy and I was like, "Yeah, we're leaving, like close everything out, like we're going." And
Oh. Someone found out you went out to eat and they talked to you about it. Oh, you're so scared. That's so sensitive. We're ready to go. It's awkward. It's so awkward that somebody recognized me because you decided to get on a video with a dumb. You decided to get on a video with a sellout crab ass. Don't get on videos with goofballs talking with your whole chest, and then get awkward when somebody made you famous. If you didn't want that type of interaction, if you didn't want to feel awkward, you should have felt awkward talking to this stupid, this sellout ass about some goofy shit. You should have just been quiet and told the truth in the first place. Now you're trying to go out and get me a bite to eat, and this lady walked up to me and asked me, is this you? Oh, it's awkward, so we're going to close out our shit. We're not even going to leave a tip. We're not leaving a tip either. Because it's awkward. I'm so awkward. So awkward. My white girl is bad. I should try to do better on my white girl. Here we go.
I left, and there was an altercation after I left with some of my buddies that weren't involved in this at all. And they told my friends that they were going to kill them and they wanted to fight and all this like crazy stuff. I mean,
so they didn't say it to you. So this is hearsay. This is hearsay. One of your friends told you that somebody told them that it didn't happen to you. You just got accosted by some old lady at a restaurant who just says, is this you? You shouldn't say you. So you lied to them initially, and then she had to come back. No, I think this is you. Awkward now. It's awkward. We got to go. We got to go. Can we settle up here? Can we settle up? I'm being recognized for the wrong fucking reasons. Let me get this one.